Today we're arriving in Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands of Scotland. We're off to visit the Ring of Brodgar stone circle and henge.
So the largest sort of centre of population is Kirkwall. It's got 9,000 of the people. And then the smaller town of Stromness that we'll be visiting has about 2,000 people.
The Ring of Brodgar stone circle and henge is a ceremonial site dating back to the 3rd millennium BC. The Ring of Brodgar may have been involved in ceremonies celebrating the relationship between the living and past communities. The ring is 5,000 years old, older than Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Egypt. The ring is a near-perfect circular layout, originally constructed with 60 stones. 36 survive today. The stone circle has a diameter of over 300 feet and is encircled by a rock-cut ditch, or henge, measuring over 400 feet across, making it one of the largest and finest stone circles in the British Isles. The erecting of the stones and construction of the massive cut ditch would have required considerable labor and organization. Archaeologists believe invaders from Scandinavia reached Orkney by the 9th century, bringing complex technology. The Ring of Brodgar and the standing stones of Stromness were allegedly known as the Temple of the Sun and Moon, respectively. It has been suggested that this area was used for observations of the moon, though there is very little evidence of the activities that the Neolithic people conducted at the site, or why they gathered here.
Looking back now through the tears, those days will never die. Oh, and when we're old and grey, our hearts too often broken, we'll see again those summer days and the summer island sky. Will you dance and return to the island of the young? Will you dance until the dawn, until the rising of the sun? Will you dance and return to the island of the young? Will you dance until the dawn, until the rising of the sun?
The site is in a spectacular setting. Standing in its center gives a sense of being in a natural amphitheater. We could only imagine how Orkney's Neolithic inhabitants might have set up a ceremonial circle on this spot, surrounded by hills and lochs. We're off to explore the quaint town of Stromness.
It's not healthy. It's delicious.
We enjoyed strolling the streets and waterfront of Stromness. Stromness is a picturesque town bordered by a steep hill on one side and the sea on the other. Its waterfront houses, piers, and colorful boats exemplify the beauty of this region.
See the twilight merge to dawn. Hear the waves caress the shoreline as the island carries on. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves.
It's time to return to the Viking Neptune after a most interesting day in the Orkney Islands.
it's still in the family then. It's the one.
And they walk down to the sand. Their silhouettes are on the water as they paddle hand in hand. And it's a game of sweet surrender when there's nothing left to say. And there are